all you Splinterheads, welcome back. Bronzedrag0n here, giving you another daily dose of Splinterlands information, or in this case, a little bit of an update. This goes back to a video I posted last week on my secondary account, asking what, basically looking for input on what I should do with my secondary account and explaining the situation. And I'm just going to provide a little bit of an update. We're going into the next set of brawls, so I wanted to go ahead and update you. And also, kind of the impetus to this is I also wanted to open my first Gladius case on my secondary account. What I did notice on my first, if you didn't watch the last video, my secondary account's been playing for a while now, but it hasn't been in a guild, so I have not been able to accrue Gladius cases on it. So I did get invited to a new, not a new guild, but I got invited to KOMC. Shout out to Drop Bear. But I got invited, and over the last couple weeks, I've been trying to ramp up this account a little bit so it had a little bit more muscle, so I could play a little bit better, at least in bronze, because, I want to show, so I want to, pull my weight a little bit. So with that said, I put out the last video, and I took some suggestions to heart on this account. And I just want to briefly mention, I don't want to go because it's kind of boring, but basically I rented some cards that people suggested just to see how they would do. So right off the bat, let's go ahead and let's just filter by rarity. So in Legendary, I did a few things. So I rented a Llama and a Kron. Obviously, that's kind of like the go-to move for bronze or silver, right? But I hadn't done it in a while because obviously I don't own them. I did a price out. It's roughly between 130 and 150 US dollars to buy one BCX of a Kron and one BCX of a Llama. So I'm not doing that at this point, especially for a secondary account. But I'm like, well, hey, it was a valid suggestion because they do perform well in bronze and silver, so I wanted to see what it would do on this account. So I rented out a Llama and a Kron. I moved over a Fungus Fiend, a Soul Fiend. I had extra on my primary account. I also rented a Rune Master Atuat, and I up-leveled my Jin Oceanus. I did have it at level 1 on this account. I needed one more BCX for it, so I leveled it up. I rented a Kraken, which I'm dual purposing because I'm using it also on Splinter Forge. I rented a Rune Master Flore because it was also suggested. Shout out to Alistios. He's the one that suggested the Llama Kron and the Flore. I had seen the Flore before, but I was unaware of how real powerful she is. I mean, obviously, she's only going to go down in a high mana match, but so far, it's looking appealing. I even rented one of her on my primary account at a higher level just to see how she would perform. One of the cards that's strongly on my list, by the way. So let's also go over and just look at epics. I did strategically up-level some commons and some rares as well that were commonly used for this account. So hopefully that helps out as well. I also pulled in a few epics as well to help strengthen the account. So hopefully that happens, or hopefully that helps out. We'll take a brief look at my battles. You can see it's kind of running 50-50 because as we all know, a Llama and a Kron is, in the early days, it was like an instant win ticket. Today, I don't think so much because looking at my battles, it's like a 50-50 shot. Okay, so we can look at that, Llama and Kron 1 here, Llama, no Kron 1 here, Llama lost here, Llama and Kron lost here to an Immortalis, pretty strong hand here for VQM00496. a Kron and Runemancer Flore with some other decent cards put in together. One here. So I think Alicios just pointed it out pretty well. I was kind of aware of this, but I don't really think of myself as a green player, but that's what this account is shaping up as. So I think I might just need to go with it and strengthen. I don't necessarily know if I'm not going to buy a Llama and Kron to put on here, but I might continue running it because the rentals are pretty cheap, right? So once again, Llama and Kron win the day here. This time against Immortalis again. Here's the Kron. A lot of the same cards pulling up by Archmage, by the way. If you don't know, that's what's playing these accounts. But the Runemancer Flore, the Kron, all your other usual suspects there, right? Here's a Llama. Here's a Kron. Once again, it's being used, so I'm not going to dispute the value of it in play. I just don't know if I want to put that much money into a secondary account now. So the second most played Splinter on this account is obviously Water with Kelia. None of these cards, all these cards I bought, I own, so they're not rented. A lot of Kelia and a lot of Scarred Llama Mage. So that's what I've been doing with this account. But if you go through and you look, and I did, at the Llama Kron combos with, assorted other cards put in there, it's still only like a 50-50 win. So it's a decent amount to rent that combo per day. I just wanted to try it out. I rented it for like 4 days just to see if it was worth it. So we'll see. I don't necessarily know if I'm going to spend $150, put that on my secondary account though. So, okay, with that said, let's go ahead and open the first Gladius case on this account, which means a lot because in my very first brawl, I did not perform well. And I went back and I looked at most of the matches I performed in, and there were some other factors. I was placed in the gold foil match, and while I have gold foil summoners, I don't really have a lot of gold foil to back that up. Now, I did rent some out to try and perform well. Didn't work so well. But with that said, I looked at the matches, and my weak point was the fact that I didn't have any Gladius cards. Because as you know, or maybe you don't know, maybe you're not in a guild. If you're not in a guild, get in a guild. The Gladius cards can really a lot of times make or break that hand. So with that said, let's go ahead and try to improve my weak point a little bit here and start pulling down some Gladius cards for this account. And after this, I do have some to open on my primary account too. I wanted to get those open for my other brawl. So let's see here. Standard pack with one rare. Anything's going to be good for this account. Not a great opening. I do like the Whistling Daemon, and I do like Crash Wonderford. Crash Wonderford, especially in Splinterforge. But as you know, or maybe you don't know, once again, speed always helps. So you can approach your hand, either speed your hand up or slow your opponent down. Either way helps out. Okay, let's jump over my other account and we will open some packs, and then we'll call this a video. So let's go ahead and log in. So I do have a few Chaos Legion packs to open as well for this account that I have received. I didn't buy them. I received them off of random chests over the last season. And why is it not? Okay, here we go. So let's open the Gladius cases first. See what I can get for this account. Crossing my fingers. Another standard pack. Ajax Lightfoot. You know, I use her a lot. Or him. I can't tell. Either way, I do use that card a lot, especially in low mana matches, obviously. Another standard pack. It's just not my day today. So, Isgald Vorst is shaping up to be a very good card to use as well. I believe that Splinter Guide continues to report it in one of the top cards to use. So that's worth looking at. And the last Gladius case. Oh, this might save my day. We'll see. Standard common cards. I do commonly use Chimney Wall Stop. Let's see what we got here. Wow! Yes! That's exactly what I wanted. I didn't want to ruin my luck by saying something, but as we all know, if you don't know, Quora is a very strong play. So much, in fact, that a lot of guilds are going out of their way to add her as the blocked card. In fact, during the matches. In fact, let's go over. I don't know if I have enough to level her up. I do not. So I got a level 2 currently. Let's go ahead and level that up. Well, not level up, but add her to the BCX. So at this point, I'll just need 4 more of her to make a level 3. Either way, that saved my day. So let's go ahead, and while we're at it, I have 3 Chaos Legion packs to open since I like to keep a baseline of 125. Let's see what we got here. Just to make the video a little bit more interesting. Standard pack, Chaos Agent, strong card, Goblin Psychic, strong card. I like Scavel Hireling too, but all right. I do need Angelic Mandarins because that is shaping up to be a very strong card in play as well. I just wanted to stop here and say thanks. If you're one of the first 250 of my subscribers this last weekend, I passed 250, so thanks. If you're not a subscriber and you do like this content, please consider subscribing and leave a thumbs up. It does help me out. Appreciate it. So let's go ahead and open up another pack. See what we got here. Juicy. Stitch Leech, another one of my favorite commons, and another Tusk. I won't argue with that. I like Tusk once in a while. Medium level matches, decent tank. And the last one should be the last one, I think. I know I could turn the animations off, but for some reason I like them. And another standard pack. Disintegrator. Antoid Platoon, Blinding Reflector, Disintegrator. All good cards in the right context. My bot plays Disintegrator a lot. It's great for the armor reduction as it goes up in level. Antoid Platoon, if you're new to playing, makes a great low-level tank. So does Blinding Reflector. All these are relatively cheap cards. Great to start off with. Let's see what the rare is. Goblin Tower. Not too bad. I don't use it a whole lot, though. Okay, I mean, not bad. I mean, I was on a run where I wouldn't consider this great. I wouldn't consider it above average, but not bad. So with that said, this has been Bronze Dragon. Thanks for stopping by. Please like and subscribe. I hope everyone on your side is happy and healthy. And with that said, I'll see you on the flip side.